ABC.
You're probably wondering what I'm doing, aren't you? I'm thinking. You know, that's the wonderful thing about thinking. There's no strain, except maybe your head might hurt a little bit, especially when you're not used to using it. But before my program is over, you're all going to know how to use your head for something beside a hat rack.
Walt Disney presents From Walt Disney's Wonderful World of Color, our program this week, Man is His Own Worst Enemy. Presented by the Whirlpool Corporation, maker of RCA Whirlpool, refrigerators, ranges, dishwashers, air conditioners, and this wonderful two-speed automatic washer.
Lovely girl. Beautiful dress. And everything she's wearing was washed automatically just hours ago in the new RCA Whirlpool two-speed washer. Her nylon chiffon party dress, Dacron nylon petticoat, nylon tricot underthings, even her hose. Inside, the Surgulator agitator puts the water to work for thorough cleaning, then automatically reduces speed for gentle cleaning, and even cools down both water and fabrics automatically to prevent wrinkles from setting in wash and wears. Yes, for your delicate things or your heaviest clothes, no other washer solves as many washing problems automatically. You select the cycle, leave the work to RCA Whirlpool.
And now your host, Walt Disney.
Somewhere in one of these books, a philosopher observed that the human brain often prompts a man to act like he didn't have one. In fact, human behavior in general sometimes makes us wonder about man. For example, he builds super-speed highways, buys a super-speed automobile, and then pays a man on a motorcycle to keep him from speeding. He even keeps making bigger and bigger explosions until he has to dig a hole in the ground to get away from them. Now, why does man create all these conditions that cause him nothing but trouble? Well, according to the best authority, it's because basically, man is his own worst enemy. In order to protect ourselves against this enemy, we must understand how our behavior patterns form. And so, on this program, we're going to take a revealing journey behind the cranium curtain. Now, to serve as our guide, we're fortunate in having the world's foremost authority on the psychology of human behavior. And we're proud to present that paragon of perception, that scholar, lecturer, and author, Professor Ludwig von Drake.
How do you do? These books have nothing to do with the subject I'm going to talk about. They're just something on other subjects I batted out before the program. But now I'm going to talk about the most serious problem in the whole world. Do you know what is the most serious problem facing people today? Do you know what it is? People! Oh, and you know something else? There are 3 billion people in the world. So it actually makes 3 billion problems, if you want to look at it that way. Phew. Now, through scientific research, we psychologists have come to one conclusion. People make more trouble for people than anybody, because they are always putting their foot in it. Oh, they take up what? And you know why? Because people are stupid. That's why. Oh, mate. Oh, boy, I tell you, they got a hangnail in Indonesia tonight. Now, let's see, where was I? Oh, I tell you, people just don't think. Think, that's spelled T-H-I-M. Wait a second, what was it? K, think. They don't use their heads. Now, everyone has at least one head. Some are fat heads. Some is blockheads. And some are eggheads. Like me, see? Now, no matter what shape your head is in, everyone has a brain in there somewhere. Did you know about 3 pounds of you is brains? And your brain is bigger than that of any other living animal. Unless you happen to be an elephant or something. Are you an elephant or something? Of course, if you are, what are you doing sitting in the living room? Elephants is supposed to watch television from outside. What am I saying? The subjective, what was I talking about? Oh, yes, the size of the brain. An elephant is a kind of a peanut brain compared to his size. But sizes of brains don't count anyhow. No matter how hard he tries, an animal cannot think. Everything he does is because of instinct and emotion. Man is the only animal with the ability to think. And no other animal can make that statement. And if he does, he's lying. For instance, if the elephant could think, he'd build himself a stall shower. And he'd have hot and cold running water, too. When a man scratches his head, it shows he's thinking. When an animal scratches, it shows he's itching. Now, here's a kooky way to fish. Ooh, when he gets a bite, he gets bit. Look at that squirrel head. If he had any sense, he'd grab a taxi. Besides, you'd think he'd hitch a hike on one of those goonie birds. You know, if those Goonies could think, they'd go back to the old drawing board and redesign their landing gear. Maybe that squirrel had better stick to taxis after all. Look at this bird brain. You think he'd install an escalator or something? No, he gotta do it the hard way. Whoop, watch it. Monkeys seem almost human, but match his brains against man. Like, for instance, in a simple game of draw poker. And obviously the monkey will lose. This is hardly a fair test because Van Dyke is a sharpie. I mean expert at the game. Look, already he's confused. He doesn't know what to do with him. Well, come on. Quit monkeying around. How much you gonna bet? One chip. Boy, what a cheap chimp. See? He doesn't even know enough to draw any cards. Oh, you're standing pat? Oh, what a sucker I got here. Okay, I'll see you. What you got? Royal flush? Beginner's luck. I had to play cards with a lucky monkey. He sure made a monkey out of me, that's what it did. Now that I have proved beyond any doubt man's superior reasoning power over the animal, how come he gets himself into so much trouble? Well, this gets us right down to the point. The human head. We psychologists have found out what goes on in there. And I want to tell you right here and now that sometimes it isn't very much, I tell you. Now, there are two things that control the mind. In psychology, we call them reason and emotion. And they are always battling for control. Of course, in the undeveloped mind of a child, there is only emotion. Just like the animals, he can't reason yet. Let's go inside Junior's head and watch emotion at work. Aha! Here he is. He's got the whole place to himself. He can do as he pleases because reason isn't born yet. Meanwhile, emotion is complete dictator in his control over the child.
Go on. Pull the kitty's tail.
Emotion loves adventure and excitement. And so he says,
Let's go down there. Don't be scared. It'll be fun.
so Junior starts down. Emotionally upset.
Who are you? I'm wheezing. Had I been here sooner, this would never have happened. Oh, yeah? Well, just remember, I'm the boss around here. Time will tell.
Well, the battle's on. And so Junior grows up into an average, normal male. Time has brought about many changes inside his head since childhood. Reason seems to be in the driver's seat, with emotion under control in the rear.
Oh, I hate being tied down all the time. Let's hit the high spots.
Now, just control yourself. When I'm driving, there will be no nonsense.
Oh, gee whiz, I want to live dangerously. Woo! Look at that. A classy dish, huh?
Well, she's not bad.
Hey, slow up. Let's get acquainted with this number. We'll just go up and I'll say to her.
Now, we must maintain proper respect for womanhood.
Oh, they like the rough stuff. You're not going to pass that up.
We certainly are. Now, sit down and behave yourself.
Could I go for that? Why not? Here, let me handle this. We're going places. Woo! Hi, babe. Going my way?
It served him right, young lady. Oh, by the way, may we borrow your pretty head for a moment? Thank you.
You shouldn't have slapped him. He was cute. Do you want to be an old maid?
Please, remember, we're a lady.
Oh, a lady. I'm tired of sitting around being a lady. Let's have some fun. I know. Let's eat. I'm starving.
Well, I'm not really hungry, but we might have something light, like tea and toast.
I want a club sandwich and a giant double milkshake
Oh,
and...
gracious, no. Think of our figure.
You heard me. A club sandwich with potato salad.
But I insist. Tea and
A
toast.
four-decker club sandwich with cheese and ham and tuna and chicken and mayonnaise. No. With that chocolate ice cream with whipped cream on top of the cherry.
Remember, we're on a diet, please.
And for dessert, I'll have chocolate layer cake with fudge icing.
Oh, dear, we shouldn't go.
Oh, and the milk with hot fudge sundae. Oh, it's luscious.
Oh, dear, my lips are...
With whipped cream and nuts and cherries on top.
Oh, stop it.
Oh, dear, look what you've done.
Here again, you have the evidence that uncontrolled emotion can cause you a lot of trouble. And speaking of trouble, if you worry about everything you read in the papers, you're going to have perpetual emotion. Let's take the case of Mr. John Dokes, who tries to keep up with current events.
Tonight's news is very grim. It looks bad, folks, and it's bound to get a whole lot worse.
Hey, you know what I just heard? I heard the slobs are taking all our
I heard
homes.
on the radio the other night, I got the inside joke because
My son told me that the major told him, pretty Polly, pretty Polly, pretty
Yes,
Polly.
prisoners are heavily armed and they're reported to be in this neighborhood. A friend of mine was in Washington, and he said...
Extra, read all about
They're taking all our food and sending it to Europe. While we starve to death, starve to death, starve to death, starve to death.
You won't be able to earn a living.
He's got the right dope.
Don't believe everything you hear.
I'll believe anything I want to.
Use judgment and guard against
Oh, we're in
rumors.
a mess. We haven't got a
No
chance.
emotion. Control yourself.
What I said, go for
Knock
it.
it off. That's great. Go ahead. Put reason out of the way. Now sit down, both of you, and let a thinker take over. Me. You see what happens when you let emotion run away with you? Listen, you two, here's what you gotta do. You reason. Your job is to plan, discriminate. And you, emotion, be a fine, strong emotion. An emotion that loves his freedom and enjoys living. You must learn to work together with reason in the driver's seat and emotion by his side. And so you see, in the mind, reason and emotion should be well balanced. Take away reason, leaving only emotion, and you are a nitwit.
This is Fran Allison. You know, a sunny day and a gentle breeze are perfect for drying delicate things. But your heavy things need more than a gentle, warm breeze. Wouldn't it be wonderful if you could reach up and turn up the sun, make the wind brisker to dry those heavy things faster? Well, you can with this new RCA Whirlpool 2-speed dryer. The one dryer that gives you a second super speed to hurry up heavy loads. For delicate fabrics, turn to normal, and inside a gentle, balmy breeze caresses your delicates dry. Set the dial at super speed for hard-to-dry, heavier fabrics. And inside, a brisker, warmer breeze dries heavy fabrics much faster. See the all-new 2-speed dryer, invented, of course, by the makers of RCA Whirlpool.
And now, what about emotion? Well, you gotta have emotion. Without it, we'd have about as much feeling as a cold pickled rutabaga. We all gotta blow off a little steam once in a while. And love. Cry. And laugh. But you can't let your emotions run away with you. When a problem comes up and you don't stop and think before you act, you're like a chicken with his head off. Ah! And while we're on the subject of chickens, I have a little fable about a little chicken who went off half-cocked. Now, let's see here. This is his name, Chicken Liver. Not Chicken Liver, that's what I had for lunch. No, Chicken Little, that's the name of the story. No, where's this? Now, I know I had it right over here. That's not it. No, this is it. No, this is it. That's not it. Wait a second, where's that book? All right, who is that cookbook who took the book? Somebody made a mistake and took my book. Whoops. How about that? I had it on my mind all the time. Now, you see what happens when you go off half-cocked? That's what happened. Well, anyway, all right. This is the story of Chicken Little, and it takes place in a nice, cozy farmyard. The characters in order of their appearance are Cocky Locky, Headman, Chicken Inspector, Supervisor of Egg Production. A good guy to know nowadays.
Dinner is served.
Don't worry, folks. This all turns out all right.
Delicious.
Hey, wait a minute. This isn't right. That's not the way it ends in my book.
Oh, yeah? Don't believe everything you read, brother.
This season, fashion decrees new silhouettes, exemplified by this coat dress of white cotton damask, or this chic combination of bulky sweater and sleek tapered pants, or this exciting rayon evening gown. And all these clothes can be washed safely thanks to another silhouette, this silhouette. The startlingly different Surgulator agitator with its unique new shape, available only in RCA Whirlpool automatic washers. This Surgulator agitator is scientifically designed to make the water do the work. Millions of surging water currents flip and flex your clothes, forcing the water through and the dirt out for the most thorough washing action known. No other washer solves as many washing problems automatically as this 2-speed washer from the makers of RCA Whirlpool.
You're probably wondering what I'm doing, aren't you? I'm thinking. You know, that's the wonderful thing about thinking. There's no strain, except maybe your head might hurt a little bit, especially when you're not used to using it. But before my program is over, you're all going to know how to use your head for something beside a hat rack. Now, there are 2 ways to do anything. The right way and the wrong way. But anyway, here we have fig A. Tree B, ladder C. See? Now man, D for dumb, the non-thinking man, wants fig A. Ignores ladder C, jumps up and down, can't reach fig A, does it the hard way, climbs B tree. Man out on a limb, limb E, breaks. Man D, has accident. The T-man, or thinking man, wants fig A. Figures way to get fig. Ladder C, of course. It's as simple as the ABGs, see? Anyway, this is what started Newton to thinking. And you gotta start thinking if you want to stay out of trouble. I know we all can't be fig Newtons, but every year, millions of accidents happen around a home because people just don't use their head. They are just plain careless. Who's that stupid idiot? What does this lunch down here? You want to get me killed or something? What's the matter with you? You are some kind of a... You see what I mean? It's numbskulls like this one who cause accidents. And yet, when this careless nut has an accident, does he have the honor to blame himself? No, he blames fate for his fate. Now, can you imagine blaming a little guy like J.J. Fate here?
Howdy.
Oh, this cute little fella wouldn't hurt anyone. Oh, sorry. I forgot you couldn't see him. J.J., switch yourself on. Oh, that's better. Come on, J.J., get it off your chest. Tell us all about it.
I'm J.J. Fate, fall guy. My middle name is Jonah, and Jinx is in there, too. Hoodoo fits me like a glove, but Fate's my name to you. This is an average neighborhood. These are average homes. Average people live here, having average accidents, because they don't use average intelligence. And here comes an average citizen home from work.
Average? What's my nephew doing there? He's average?
Safe at home. Riding a roller coaster. Now, Mr. Duck doesn't take chances. He's just careless. Oh, yes. That's one I forgot to mention.
That's the last one. I'll go to bed. Now we're safe.
He'll be safer in bed, all right, because sleeping doesn't require thinking. So, I guess Fate will have to wait till morning to see if Mr. Duck's learned his lesson.
You can see Mr. Duck is very punctual.
Here comes Daddy.
He's learned his lesson, but obviously his family hasn't.
The master has arrived.
Do you want to kill somebody?
Daddy's right.
They are waiting at the post. They're off and running well, folks. The daily traffic derby is underway. Look who's our first traffic victim of the evening.
And on his own time, too. Well, that's fate. Oh, what am I saying?
Because you use things like this, because you wear things like this, you need this dryer. The new RCA Whirlpool 2-speed dryer. The one dryer that gives you 2 separate speeds to match your drying needs. Look, just set the dial at normal. And just like outdoors, a gentle, balmy breeze caresses delicate fabrics dry. But for hard-to-dry heavy fabrics, you need a brisker breeze and a warmer sun.
So just set the dial at super speed. And the heaviest of fabrics are dried much faster. It's the only dryer that lets you hurry up heavy loads. The new 2-speed dryer, invented, of course, by the makers of RCA.
Yes, sir. As you can see, man is his own worst enemy because he just doesn't think. And that's his problem. But when he's behind the wheel of a car and doesn't think, he's public enemy number 1. And that is everybody's problem. And when I say everybody, I mean everybody. Something's got to be done. And I've already done it. Right here, I got a lot of ideas that'll solve the traffic problem. These will make the highways safer for everyone. First and most important, I'd take those nutty woman drivers and put them on separate highways. So that the motorist can keep his mind on the road, I'd remove all the distracting billboards and blend them into the scenery. For all the kooks who insist on straddling the white lines, I'd have thinner cars. And wider cars for important business conferences that can't wait. Do you hate to have cars pass you? You want to stay ahead of the pack? How about this gimmick? Oh, here's a couple of beauties, or 3 or 4. Traffic is getting more congested all the time, so why not this new car design? In a traffic tie-up, a way to study the problem. And if traffic traps you, a portable automobile. Of course, a blowout in this car is a real beaut. You know something? A lot of people drive around on tires that are, well, they're tired. This problem will be gone forever with rubber highways and concrete wheels. Except maybe the highway might blow out once in a while. Stalled freight trains won't hold you up anymore. Ever been stuck without a car? Here's a dream come true. Disposable, too. Another solution to traffic pileups. My do-it-yourself freeway. And speaking of freeways, with my freeways, you'll always know what city you're in. The Milwaukee Pretzel Cloverleaf. The Florida Keys Overpass. The Wheeling, West Virginia Traffic Circle. The Texas Lone Star Interchange. The Chicago Loop. And the Las Vegas Toll Road. And next, a few time-saving ideas. Hungry? Well, here's a way to get a quick snack and still keep rolling along. You all messed up from a lot of driving? The Von Dyke Mobile Car Wash will provide complete service en route. You could catch up with all the latest motion pictures while in motion from one city to the next. Long-distance driving can wear you out and cause accidents. Relax in the Von Dyke Slumber Bus. To take care of those crazy nuts who still insist on driving carelessly, I'd have a portable clink. Arrested, tried, and sentenced all in a package deal. Aren't those ideas terrific? But you know what the trouble is? You know what it is? People just won't listen to me! All this great thinking is going to waste! Just look at these papers. Every day they are filled with automobile accidents. You know, cars don't just go around banging into each other by accident. No, sir. There's a nut loose in that car somewhere, and he's behind the wheel. And the way things are going, the motor car will soon be extinct. Do you think that this motor mayhem is caused by motor maniacs? No. It's caused by average people who live in quiet, respectable neighborhoods like this. For example, take an average man like Mr. Walker. He's considered a good citizen of average intelligence. And they are the worst kind. He's kind, courteous, punctual, and honest. Good morning, Mr. Walker.
Good morning to you, Mr. Geef. Lovely day.
Mr. Walker wouldn't hurt a fly, nor step on an ant. He believes in live and let live. Mr. Walker owns a motor car and considers himself a good driver. But once behind the wheel, a strange phenomenon takes place. Mr. Walker is charged with an overwhelming sense of power. His whole personality changes. Abruptly, he becomes an uncontrollable monster, a demon driver.
Come on! Move over! Get out of the way! Roadhog!
Too bad, Mr. Wheeler. You've broken your toy. But let this be a lesson, Mr. Wheeler. Drive safely. Use your head. Give the other fella a break. And
Wise guy!
see what I mean? Just like the professor's been telling you. Man is his own worst enemy. He just won't use his head.
Oh, shut up!
Now here's Bud Collier.
Almost every businessman or secretary will recognize the Kodak Verifax copier. This amazing machine leads its field in quality and in economy, too. This Verifax Signet copier, like all Verifax copiers, will let your secretary turn out the best quality single copy of anything, even a magazine page with pictures, and the lowest cost extra copies of letters and other office material. You can even make Verifax copies on colored paper, if you like, for easy filing and routing. Now, here's the secret behind all this. Verifax Fine Line Matrix and Verifax Magic Matrix. No other office copier has anything like them. So why not see your Verifax dealer this week? He's listed in the yellow pages under duplicating or photocopying machines. Verifax copiers start at $99.50. And remember, your copying deserves the quality and economy of Verifax copiers by Kodak.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas.
It's never too soon. With Christmas. And when it comes to Christmas greetings, here's the next best thing to a personal visit, your own personal photo greeting card. A photo greeting can show how the family is growing, or bring friends up to date on your new house, or present a new member of the clan. You can snap a new picture for your card or pick out a recent favorite. Just take the negative, color slide, or snapshot to your dealer and choose the card you want. This year, many photo dealers have attractive Christmas offers. For example, when you have Kodak make 25 or more color prints of the same picture, you get folders and envelopes as well as prints, all at a very substantial saving. Kodak suggests that you order your photo greetings now. They're the Christmas cards that only you can send.
Walt Disney's Wonderful World of Color has been brought to you by the Whirlpool Corporation, maker of RCA Whirlpool home appliances, including this remarkable two-speed dryer, the only dryer that lets you change the drying speed to suit your drying needs. everyone, everywhere comes fine family motion picture entertainment from Walt Disney, Lady and the Tramp.
He's a tramp.
See Walt Disney's Lady and the Tramp. And on the same big theater screen, Walt Disney's newest motion picture, Almost Angels. The wonderfully funny story of boys who will be boys. Don't miss Almost Angels and Walt Disney's Lady and the Tramp in a theater near you. Produced in association